Hello, Aquarius. I hope that you're all doing well. We are here with a general reading. Before we get started, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. Okay, so something is going to be coming through for you. You need to decide like whether or not this is like up to par for you. So definitely a time to be checking in with yourself and making sure that you're doing things that feel like it's worth it to you. And for those of you that have an offer of like a job or somebody coming through wanting something from you or wanting to spend time with you, things like that, you want to make sure that it's in alignment. This is a situation where regardless of what this is that you're doing, you want to ask yourself, like, if I do this favor for this person, or if I go see this person, or if I work for this company, is this going to be something where I genuinely feel like this is a good use of my resources, like my time and my energy? Do I feel good about doing this? Is like what I perceive the reward to be enough for me, if that's how you're seeing things? Or am I still like showing up for myself by participating in this? May just be something that you're thinking about just in general, like spring cleaning of the energy. No, some of you are like actually there's somebody coming through to message you. I'm seeing something that to have these, this is like something is definitely coming towards you, and at this point it's not going to be deterred. So this is like a definite thing that's coming through, like a message of some sort. I'm gonna see. I knew it. I'm over here like looking at this, seeing Leo, and I'm like, something having to do with Leo. Now we have Leo popping out first. You're going to be experiencing some really wild synchronicities. To the point where it may even feel sort of unbelievable. There is a choice that needs to be made on your end. This may not be the easiest thing to do, but I'm seeing it be very necessary for you. It's something where if you are really like getting behind yourself and pushing yourself forward, and you're not compromising on the things that you don't want to compromise, you're keeping like a high standard and a high quality to what it is that you're doing, you're going to be just fine. I mean, really, in the reality of this situation, you're always going to be just fine. There is a way to do this where you may be happier with the outcome, and there's another way to do this where you may not be as happy with the outcome. There's a decision coming up for you that is not the easiest choice for you to make. However, I'm seeing your guides be like, you are very well endowed to be handling this sort of thing, okay? I'm also hearing it's a matter of responsibility. Also, too, to have us starting off with the Strength card, this means that you are going to be channeling the energy of Leo. All of us have Leo somewhere in our birth charts. All of us have the capacity to channel any and all of the archetypes, okay? When you are channeling Leo, this means that you are expressing yourself, that you are being an individual. Aquarius is opposing Leo. So let's talk about like the access point. When you're focusing on your Aquarian energy, there may be more of a focus on like humanity and like other people and people at all walks of life. And thinking about like your neighbors and the humanitarian side and the environment, and also how is this going to connect with the collective. Although those things may all still be relevant in the here and now when it comes to what you're doing, to have Leo here, this is like a standing out sort of energy. Leo is like center of the show, like this is my outfit and I'm going to be wearing it and I'm going to express myself how I want to express myself and I'm not going to compromise, because Leo energy has standards, okay? It's fire, there's a lot of power, there's a lot of energy behind it. It wants to, because Leo is fixed, it wants to like maintain that sense of fire. So this means working on things that you want to stay connected with. It's not only about getting the ball rolling. It's not about necessarily adapting. This is about maintaining something that you want to maintain, that you care about, something that's worth it to you, that you're like, I want to stick working on this, or I want to stick with expressing myself in this way. Or this is like a standard that I have now that I need to maintain. It's about maintaining something that brings you a sense of empowerment as an individual. And that doesn't mean then that you go and like don't care about anybody else. That's not what this means. That would be the shadow of Leo. This is more like, I'm an individual and I'm not going to compromise just because other people may be feeling uncomfortable with this, or maybe they want to control who I am, or maybe I won't get this from that person if I act like that. So it's about deciding how it is that you want to represent yourself and staying loyal to that, because Leo also represents loyalty. It represents warmth. It's ruled by the sun. And so this is like this core part of ourselves, just as much as the ascendant is. Our sun is just as much part of ourselves, how we perceive ourselves, and also what we feel like our path in life is this time around, our purpose. So there's something that you're doing where you may be outstanding is the word that I'm hearing. Maybe shining in some way, going after something that you want. There's also compassion that is needed here as well. I'm looking at the Queen of Cups. You may have somebody coming in that's kind of, okay, this can be you embodying the energy of the Queen of Cups. If it's not you embodying this energy, you may have a feminine energy coming through that is showing you how to connect with yourself in a desirable way. You may actually be helping this person too. For those of you that know where your Leo placements are, this may be specifically like where you're seeing this happen for you within your life, but for those of you that have more like oscillating Leo energies, where this could be like a sun transit within your chart, we're not going to get like so far into that. What I'm seeing happen is that there's this part of you that is divinely loving and connected as the Queen of Cups. So this part of you that like your heart goes out to other people, you connect with other people's energy. This is your intuitive energy, your creative energy. And there's something here about strength coming through and connecting with this part of your heart, where it's not only about what you feel, it's also about you showing up for yourself and having boundaries as well. Because when the Queen of Cups is in their shadow, this means that we may get to the point where we feel so empathetic that we allow people to walk over us, where it becomes like a codependent energy. So the focus of this is being able to balance and maintain these two, where it's like I can feel everything and I still can remain in some ways objective enough to be able to be balanced within this perspective. And to also have Leo here too, this is like, what do I want to do as an individual? And that's really the question when it comes to this Leo energy that you're channeling. Also, what do you want to create? Because Leo is also very creative as well. And you can see that wherever Leo rules within your chart, it can show you like where you want to stand out within your life, like where it's important for you to kind of show up and feel like you're owning the stage in a way. So yeah, there's a really big focus here on like, what do I want? What is important to me? How do I want to express myself? What do I feel like is my path? Let's forget everybody else for a moment and just focus on you. Like, what matters to you? What's important to you? And there's also this loving and creative and intuitive side of yourself that's coming through as well. And if you're having a more difficult time tapping into this, there may be somebody that you're connecting with that you see to be reflecting this energy that's kind of guiding you right now. I do also see this as going after what you want from the heart space. Because Queen of Cups is somebody where they know and they understand and they reflect on their connections with other people. They're very connected with themselves and also very palpably feel their connections with other people. And to have the Strength card, this may be pursuing something that you want. Even though I'm seeing you in a more feminine energy, which means that you're in a more receptive energy. Leo is a masculine energy, and so there may be something that you want or something that you want to pull around you, or with a Leo, something that you want to put your spotlight on or your consciousness on, because something, you're feeling drawn to something. So it's like this. You are feeling some sort of like cord emotionally, and you may be now bringing your conscious energy towards that thing. Because the sun is our consciousness and it's our light, and whatever the sun and whatever Leo touches, it's going to bring those things to light. Again, kind of like when you have something center stage and you have all the spotlights on it, it lights those things up. So it makes us aware of them. They're no longer in the dark. So there may be something even that you're getting brave with and being like, I have feelings for this person. Like, this is really what my heart is calling me towards. And I feel that so genuinely. But with the Queen of Cups, it may be not so outspoken about those things, or maybe not really letting somebody know unless they say something to you, all of that. But Leo is not going to wait. Leo is an energy where it's like, no, I'm going after this thing that I want. Like, I feel a connection here. Like, I want to be with you, or I want to pursue you, or I'm letting you know that I'm interested. Things like that. Things like this. Or I want to create this with you. Knowing this is also going to take some time, some planning. This may be an unexpected investment of yours. If you get a feeling when you're moving along that something holds significance for you, don't write it off. It doesn't mean you immediately need to take action on something. But if certain things are sticking out to you, or you're seeing certain things repeated, jot them down. Keep track of it, because they're coming up for a reason. I do really get the sense that your guides may begin communicating with you in a different way. There may be like a new route that they're going to be using, or like an additional route that they're going to be using. I'm getting confirmation of this. Just pay attention to what's sticking out to you, even if, you know, like some of us have particular ways that our guides connect with us and we're used to that. Some of us, it's always like, I don't know how they're going to connect with me, but in some ways, like, I'm going to know what's going on. You may do it through really, really any means. It can be tarot, it can be through the lights flickering, it can be through numbers, whatever it is for you. Synchronicities that you see. There may be something that's going to be happening where some form of communication is going to become more prominent for you. You just have to pay attention to it and don't write it off. Even if you don't have the whole picture, because you may be getting sort of like puzzle pieces where they're all going to add up. So just keep track of the little puzzle pieces, so when you have everything, you can put it together and sort of follow the trail. Also, too, the commonalities between the Strength card and the Queen of Cups, it's all center focused on the heart. And so these are matters of the heart, they're emotional matters, and also what we want to pursue and what we want to attract and go after. So you're at this point where you're like, I need to get brave with this. I'm not going to deny my heart within this situation. This is something that I definitely feel attracted to and that I definitely want to be a part of. And now I'm going to choose to invest in this because it's going to meet some sort of emotional need for me. So this is a definite highlight of what's going on for you emotionally. I'm seeing you make moves that are very calculated. And really asking yourself, like, what does reciprocity look like to me emotionally? So this can even mean you trying to figure something out with someone where you're like, I have these needs emotionally, and if I have a partner or if I have a friend or if I have a relationship, these are the needs that I want to have met. So it's kind of like looking out to see if you are compatible. This is going to be a bit of a process for you, but I'm seeing your heart definitely guide you in this direction, and this feel like it's worth pursuing and finding out. Also, too, with Leo, it's about having fun as well. So as much as it can be getting caught up in like the intensity and the drama of everything, it's also about like smiling and the humor and the joy of it and going lightly at times. So I'm seeing you really like looking into and evaluating your value system that you have, especially your emotional values, what you need. And what is going to feel worth it to you. It's like, if I'm in a relationship with somebody, what would make it worth it to me when it comes to me getting my emotional needs met, that I would be happy to be there and that I would also feel valued and I feel like I get to show up as my best self and really showcase what I want to showcase emotionally with another person. I'm hearing you feel touched. What's interesting also is that, like, I'm only seeing your energy right now. I'm not seeing anybody else's. So this feels very much like a bunch of stuff that's going on in your head. Maybe even in a surprising way. Something feeling unexpected. I do keep seeing the Tower. I don't know what that's about yet. But it does feel like something is coming, and maybe something big that's coming. Another person has joined the party. I'm seeing a discussion about how one is feeling. Okay. That is definitely... looks good to see. I'm seeing you definitely be in alignment. I'm seeing you following your heart. I'm seeing that this is you investing in your pursuit of happiness. You're going to be having a conversation about what you are looking for emotionally. Here's what's going to happen. First, you need to evaluate like what your standards and expectations are. Reflecting on that independently is then going to help you take that and drop it into a conversation between you and this person. And I'm seeing the head and the heart combining here. And I'm also seeing you having a conversation with somebody that loves to have conversations. Like, this person will definitely talk to you all about your feelings. You may not have as much of an idea about how this person is feeling yet. They may be somebody that approaches things intellectually before they do emotionally, or maybe they want to create an intellectual connection. I'm seeing you in a very open emotional space. Remember, energies can be reversed. We're just sticking with one narrative, and you can reverse it if that works for you. I'm seeing you be in a very receptive and emotional space where you are definitely like opening up towards this person. This person is coming through and wants to have conversations with you. They would see you as being creative, loving, nurturing, soothing, all of the beautiful elements of water. A healing sort of energy, kind. And you would see them as somebody that wants to initiate conversations with you, wants to know where you stand, wants to know how you're feeling, wants to know what's going on with you. I'm definitely seeing this be a good match here. I do also get the sense that you may be perceiving this person in more of an air energy. The thing about this is that I'm seeing it be more of like an exterior thing where they may want to, like on an intellectual level, they may want to know what's going on with you, but I think that there's a lot going on behind that you can also see and that you're connecting with, but they may have not like completely opened their heart yet. It may be more about, I want to get this information going and have this conversation between the two of us. And I'm seeing that this is very much like the appropriate steps that are being taken, that is investing in your pursuit of happiness mutually with this person. This is like, it's not just your garden anymore. It's not just that person's garden anymore. Like, you guys have this communal space now where you are planting manifestations. And then we lead with the 10 of Cups. We lead out with the 10 of Cups. So this is a beautiful thing to see. It's like, this is going to be very emotionally fulfilling. Like, that's what's being manifested right now. Keeping clear, open communication, staying objective, even though your heart is involved in something, which some of us, it's like, I can always remain objective and very logical, but as soon as it becomes an emotional matter, I have a hard time then balancing. So this is about finding that sense of balance. And also to be starting off with Leo here, this definitely seems like putting yourself out there in some way. That's going to be a big characteristic of it. The Leo energy is like doing something brave, doing something that maybe you don't feel comfortable with, but really like putting yourself out there and being vulnerable and connecting with this person. Because I'm definitely seeing them be ready and wanting to talk to you about how you're feeling. And they see you in a very, very beautiful energy. So we have Leo and Pluto here. Something may feel a little bit stressful, but I'm seeing then you get information and clarity about starting something. Somebody seems like very, very excited to get something going. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for connecting. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.